Dig it. Take a ride. Dude, it's a punk version. Yes! Oh, hey guys! Alright! It's Paint with Josh. We're dropping our brushes all over the place. It's fine. Oh, I love this new punk version of this Paint with Josh song. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Hey guys! Welcome! What the? How did that happen? There we go. We caught a brush, finally. Welcome back to the Paint with Josh show. I'm Josh of Paint with Josh, and you're about to see something fantabulous. Are you ready? Is that where it hit? Is that what that is? I got like a spot on my screen. I can't get it figured out. So, in any case, are you guys ready to go? Tell me where you're watching from. What's your favorite sandwich? We've got our 16 by 20 inch canvas. And I put some of our crimson, some of our dioxazine purple, some of our phthalo blue all over this place in a little different sections. That way, if we go across it with our white paint, it's going to shine. Right? So we'll get in here, a little bit of that white paint onto our brush. Let's just say there was a big old crazy bit of cloud. You get all those colors in there. Oh, look at that. Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise, just chucking it. Who's this Louise? I want to meet her. Come out here and mix this guy down, pulling it back a little further, right? We get to judge how far away it gets. Maybe the guy was up in here, down and around. Maybe we'll keep this real soft little section inside. Maybe let them touch. Why not? Why not? Look at all those different colors out there. Holy shaving cream, everybody. That is amazing. In the night, right? Little things. Nothing has to be perfect out there. Sometimes when you make a little random shape, you get cool little stuff to come out of it. I have a little flat little floater cloud back in here too. Why not? Why not, guys? Mix it up. Just don't over mix it. That way they won't all be the same. Look at that. Look at all those different colors in our little sky back there. So simple. So easy, my guys and gals and painting pals. Now, since we've got this purple, let's get our white paint, a little of our dioxazine purple onto this beauty of a 1-inch brush. And let's start chucking in, maybe off in the distance. We just throw in this wicked little hill, right? Get this little purple paint. Go up underneath and underneath and underneath and underneath and underneath, and we're making little bits of grassery, right? Little grasseries off in the night, leaving a small little bit of darkness underneath our clouds. That's the secret back there. Some things we don't say, right? But they do have a reason. Tap our grass around, maybe it comes all the way down around the frontals, right? Just like that. However you want it to be, right? We don't need to see every little bit of every piece of grass back there. So we'll go like that. What if we grab a bit of our liquid white and a bit of our titanium white over here. Right? Mix that guy maybe a little bit more of our liquidy white just to have it runny. Oh yeah. There. I love when Bob would say that. There. All right, come up underneath, right up under that purple area. Right? Leaving a couple bits. We don't need to have it be perfect, and we don't need it to cover everywhere. It doesn't need to be the same everywhere, right? Just drop out a bit of mush. Now, let's get our 2-inch brush. Take this monster, very flat, right? We're not out here brushing it down. That's going to be too much, right? So we're out here pulling it down, pull 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 it down. Very flat, 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 soft. Oh, look at that. You guys. Remember, if you want this one, go to PaintWithJosh.com. Pull it down. Swipe it over, get rid of all those vertical streaks, turn them into horizontal streaks, and all of a sudden, my guys and gals and painting pals, look at that. Boom, 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 boom. Right? A little bit of pink, voila. Oh, it's fabulous. Okay, let's say we got our little far off bit. Right now we can come in with a very small, couple little pieces. And this guy is going to be our finished look. We don't need lots, right? Just a couple little guys out in the night. Here, there, everywhere, bang, right? Whatever we don't like, you do literally the same thing with. So say you only wanted a couple back in there, right? Swipe them, very soft. Just like that. Got a few little bits of, I don't know what you would call it, a little bit of roughage, a little roughaging in our water, right? Now let's go back over here. Let's finish what we want our water to look like with a little bit of this titanium white. Now, I've got my section right here. You can see it's a little bit darker than everything else, right? Because I want my water to roll over and fall down. Turn the brush, roll over, fall down, roll over, fall down. All those little bits, right? We're gonna fill up this whole section and this whole section with trees and such. So all we need, a couple little areas, right? A little bit darker, just like that, literally, little bits, right? We don't want it all to look the same. And then we go back over it with our bigger brush and soften it down. We're gonna get one, you know what, let's roll out this side too. And have them come down both ways. Falling out from betwixt our little bushes, which we're gonna put back in there. And again, it's gonna be the only part that you really see. So don't worry about everything else, right? Now let's get our palette knife over here. I'm gonna mix up a whole chunk of the Paint with Josh plaque mix. Shoo, guys, pull it down over here. All sorts of craziness. Now, you know what, before we do all this placking up, right? You tell me what the three colors are that make up this giant pile of paint right here. Tell me what those three colors are, and in the meantime, I'm gonna come back in with a little touch of just my pure titanium white on my brush, or my knife, and let's just say, back in the distance, we're gonna add a couple little shooting stars that are coming down through our night sky. Right, whipping them down, a couple little streaks, boom, just like that. Far off, little distant shooting star, everybody. Super easy to do. You can have them coming in at different angles. Bink! Different times, different brightnesses. Right? They're all just coming in. It's like a meteor shower out there. Zip! Coming in at different angles, longer angles. Maybe this one came down like it was going to hit into the water right from behind our tree. That way we won't have to put it out there. Zang! Poosh, you guys. Take this guy and just zip until there's no more paint left. Off into the night. Very cool. Just a couple little things. They come from all angles and all distances and all ways, right? Get these little shooting stars flying all over the place. Very, very cool. Very soft little flicks with our brush. Make these cool little things out in your sky, just like that, guys. That's fire, they say. Oh, I appreciate you guys. I love you. Now, it's going to look really neat by the time that we're done with that sky, right? We'll take all of our little liquid white right out on the edge, and we'll just toss out about 1,000,000 stars into this galactic mess of a sky. All these little shooting stars everywhere. In the night. You guys, that's fire already. Now, let's take that big old bunch of placky mix that we got. We're going to get an old brush over here. Run it down through this plaque. Now, all we're really going to do is put a couple trees on either side, right? What do you want yours to look like? Maybe on this side, we're going to put a couple little evergreens, maybe some spruces, maybe some Douglas firs, whatever we're going to do. We're going to drop it down from high up in the sky. Shapoopy! All the way down. Now, anything behind this bit of darkness, is that it? Oh, guys, I thought that was the sale. You know, you could buy this paint right now before we even finish if you go to PaintWithJosh.com. I thought that's what that notification was on my phone, but apparently you guys don't want to make me happy, so that's fine. Pop off a couple more little bits. Extending outward, the more we get down, the more we mush onto the brush. Right? All of a sudden, got this little pine tree just out there sitting. I told you, don't worry about all this stuff back here, because we're going to cover it. Didn't I say that? Did you not hear me before? Maybe we come down with a little bit bigger of a guy. Zip. Boom, right down next to his little buddy, because everybody needs a friend. All right, we'll come out here and we'll start tapping into it, going down. You can see the chunkiness of the paint, correct? You can see how thick it is, because it's literally catching light in different areas. That's how chunky, that's how much it's sticking off away from the canvas. That's what you need, guys. It takes a lot of paint. It takes a lot of mushing Takes a lot of practice to get good at it, right? But you need all this excess on there for our highlights to stick a little easier. See how we leave just a little touch back here? It looks like we can see around it to that water. Oh, fabulous. Okay, now I'm gonna ask you guys a question, okay? Do we have enough paint in our pile right here? This plaque mix, do we have enough to make an enormous branchy, crazy tree? Right there, with what's in here and what's on the brush. Do you think that we're gonna put a tree about 2 brush lengths wide, right? So from about here to there, leaving about an inch on the side of the canvas. Do you think we've got enough paint in the brushery to do it? You let me know. I'm gonna come back here and pop on just a few more little bits of like brightness in our grass, just a couple little areas. It was almost a bit too dark back there, and I want it to stand out. And our little tree isn't gonna stand out unless there's a bit of grass back here, right? Maybe it's a bit of snowfall happening, whatever it is. You get to decide, and then we go back in and we tap it, and we work it back and forth, and its little lines. Make our little grassery back there. Fabutastic, my friends. Okay, do you think we got enough paint? Yes or no questions or answers only. We got no's, we got yeses. We got no's, we got yeses, we got lots of stuff. You guys are awesome. You want to be a little closer? I'm sorry, we should have been zoomed in the whole time, guys. Somebody should have said something. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Okay, let's see if we've got enough paint on the brush. I'm wondering if you guys are right. All right, we'll come up here. In order for the tree to look big, it's got to be wide, right? So we'll put it down like this, covering all the color in the distance. Dropping it down. It's got to be a little bit thicker as it gets down here. So we'll try to black out everything behind it. We don't want to see anything back there, guys. Nothing, right? Big old monster of a tree with lots of that thick plaque paint on there, right? Literally. Can do this just to change how it looks on the camera, right? We don't want to see all of our bright lines, which is the only reason why I'm doing this. So it should take it away and make it look much darker than it was. Yeah, absolutely, right? If we're doing it like this, we're catching all the brightness of my lights, and it's not really that bright, right? It's supposed to be very dark, so let's make it look like it's very dark. There we go. Okay, now we've got our trunk. It's about twice, maybe 1.5 the size of our brush. It's not a perfect thing, right? So we can come out here, jiggle it around a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect. Make our little bumps out there. Every tree's got a couple little bumps. Maybe there's another one out here. Just to make it funky looking, right? Now, you don't have to do this drag to the side part. That's just to keep the light reflection down, right? Now it's very dark. Yeah, baby. Yes. But we still have to add our branches. So do we have enough paint? That was my question to you before. Do you want to change your answer, or do you want to stick with your answer? Like I said no, and I'm sticking with my answer, or do you want to change your answer up right here? I took my odorless mineral spirits, got it into that plaque mix, and turned it almost into watercolor, right? But instead of water, it's odorless mineral spirit cleaner, which is a very harsh chemical. Hey guys, hello! We just got an order for this painting. You guys are amazing, man. Popping off the edge. Little bits, right? Little things, a little bigger, maybe a little longer as they get down to the bottom, right? Now, who got this one? Fess up. I want to hear it. And we got a couple little chunks out here, and a little branch going off the side. Let me know in the comments if you grabbed this one up, and if not, Holly, was it you? Girl! Let me just double check. We gotta double check. It was Holly, you guys. Holly, you guys. So, Holly gets to choose the name of her awesome painting. I'm gonna get this guy come out just crazy sharp and nuts across all of that brightness, right? Anywhere that there's a bit of bright, that's where you're gonna wanna throw your branches. Otherwise, you're not gonna be able to see them. And if you're just throwing it off all into the dark spots, you're not gonna be able to see our branches very well. Down off of this guy, over here, over there, this little branch, little wiggler, right? Coming down in the night. My goodness, what a tree. What a tree. This guy off the side, over and down. Right? Big old chunky branches on this guy. Now, we're going to be highlighting our trees so the branches will stand out differently, but especially on this side where you have all that brightness, throw these little busted, broken bits. Throw like 10 or 12 of them out there, right? The more little crazy little things you have on your tree, the more realistic it's going to be. Pop that guy off that way, out here. Get a little branch up there, a little whip off to the side, a little doer over here, right? Where do you want it? You get to put it there. Now, let's switch around. We're going to put a little bit of our brown into our tree trunks, right? So we're going to need to mix up probably all the brown that we have. It's good that this is the last painting of the night because we don't have any more paint. No, I'm just kidding. I've always got more paint. All right, just going to take a little of my yellow ochre, split this pile in half. Boom, boom, boom. Mix it up just a little. Right, there we go. Not to be too bright. It's a nighttime scene out here. So, since Holly bought the painting during the live show, you guys, she gets to pick the name for it by the time we get done. All right? We're not close to being done yet, but start to think of a name that you might choose if you had painted this painting and you were going to name it whatever. All right? We're going to come off our little guy back here on the back side with our darkest brown mix and just tap down. All right? Those two little brown bits. This is the lighter color brown. Right, so we got to work it along this side, let it get brighter and brighter and brighter as it gets towards us. Now, it may look like it's super bright, again, in the lights, because the lights are catching and reflecting off of all this wet paint, right? But in your house at home, it should be a very dark color, because you don't have all these crazy studio lights like Paint with Josh does, right? Nobody's got these lights. Let's take a little bit of our lighter color, dab it in. You can see the difference just right there instantly, right? One bit's a little bit brighter, one guy's a little bit darker. We're just tapping against the canvas, creating all this texture, right? Once we get all this texture on here, the tree is literally going to feel like a tree. You'll be able to feel all the barky bits, all the dents, all the little channels where the paint is raised and lowered, and all the fun that comes with it, right? Out here, on the edge, tapping it, tapping it, tapping it, tapping it, tapping it, right? Not everywhere's got to be perfect. You can leave little spaces in between, or you can go back and fill them in to however you're liking, right? Now, let's take a bit of that plaque mix, just to show you, right? We're going to get a little of this plaque to come off, and let's say we wanted it to go out from our tree. We start in the middle, and go out towards the edge, right? Leaving that plaque. You got to have a difference in there. But instantly, it looks like it's pointing back towards us, doesn't it? A little bit of that lighter brown color again, go over the top of it. All of a sudden, you got a branch poking out into your living room versus just going off one side of the tree or the other side of the tree. All right? Not all of these branches, by the way, are going to accept the amount of paint that you want to put on them. So don't force it. Each little branch is going to be a little bit different with how much paint it wants to take, where it's going to catch that brightness, if it's going to allow you to put any brightness on. Right? The brush will, or the canvas will tell you. It's going to be like, no, you just tried touching like 6 times there, nothing came off. It doesn't want to take it, right? Move on. Try somewhere else. The painting will tell you where to go, guys. Literally will tell you, just be like, okay, I just touched it, nothing happened. Obviously, don't want to mush it in that spot 6, 7 times, right? Move. Find a new area. Put your branches on. Let's toss a couple off on this side. Just over those dark little bits, right? Not everywhere is going to be perfect. Not everywhere is going to have that light color. You're not going to see every branch or every piece of every branch. You have to have those dark undercolor bits under there too. Otherwise, it just doesn't work, guys. Honestly, right? And you can put as many little branchy deals as you want off of your tree. Make it look as scraggly as you want. Right? It's the best part about the whole thing. The scraggliness, the craziness, the individuality, right? Because everyone is going to think that it's going to look a certain way, or it should look like this, or mine's going to look like that. You know what I mean? All up to you guys and how you want to make it look, which is what I always say. Don't I always say that? It's up to you guys, okay? Let's take one of these little branches out here. We're going to project it off and down and around again. All right, maybe, let's do it right here. Come right off the front with a little bit of that plaque mix. Right, just going out, but we're making sure we can see that plaque in the middle of the tree. You don't want to just start it on the edge, otherwise it may look like it's either on the side or around the front of this round thing, right? It's not just a flat thing, even though we're on a flat canvas. we gotta make it look 3D, right? So we'll come out over these little guys, we'll tap, as long as you got the darkness, and then the light on the top, right? Gotta have the light. If you don't have the light, it's not gonna stick out. There we go. There we go. See that? Looks like it's projecting from the tree and coming outward. Let's do it again, just in case you missed it. Okay, we're gonna start in the middle of the tree. We're gonna come out, down, down, down with our little bit of plaque. Okay, then we're gonna go across it with our lighter color of our brown, so it stands out over that plaque. Not trying to cover it, right? You can still see the plaque underneath. Our goal is not to cover all that plaque mix. We just want to have a little bit of light color over the top of it. Okay? Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that just fabulous? Just adds so much just roundness to our tree, don't it? Okay, let's get in here. We'll go back. We're going to highlight some of these guys, right? And then we'll do something as well. Because this is like a wintry, snowy little scene, right? You can imagine either the specks being stars or being snow, whatever you want. Well, let's come in here and let's just touch a few little bits, just of some white, some liquid white and titanium white paint, right? Tapping in different areas as we go down, making our little tree just that much more cold, right? It's a cold little tree out there. Some of these guys are going to catch a little bit of light color on them, leading out to the edge. Not everywhere is going to be all the same. Right, a couple little bits. Go here, go there. Boom, 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 boom. Guys, right? All up to us what you want it to look like. All right? Get in there. Tap it in. Tap it in. Tap it in until you like how it looks. If you're not liking it, no one else is going to like it either. Okay? Out there, let's get one more of this little bit just to catch on a couple of these little guys. Especially now with the white, right? We've already gone over it with our brown. We don't need the white to be everywhere, okay? Just need it in a couple little spots that it wants to grab onto. Don't need it to be everywhere. Now, let's get out here and grab up our liquid white, some of our phthalo blue color. All right, we'll come down on this guy like this. Now, the liquid white, all it does is make our really thick oil paints a little bit more thin in their consistency, right? They're very thick, and so in order to thin them down, we need to have some of this liquid white to come off our brush. Now, it looks like all of our light is going to come from this side, so let's put all of our shadows off the back side, just tapping on very small little bits of blue. A little bit of blue out there in the night. We're going to work our way up the middle, just a little touch, maybe up the side, since our friend would be casting shadows over us, and then we'll catch some light in here. Now, the whole time we're doing it, we're just touching it with one corner, right? Smacking that one corner in. Each time we do it, we got to push a little harder to get a little blue to come onto the top, right? So let's flip it over to that side, that top corner that's got all that fresh paint. Come up here, give it a little tap. Come off the back side. Little things, little pockets of blue. That's all we're doing, right? Back and forth, about halfway up the tree, or halfway around the tree. And then we can go back and decide which sides we want to cover. Now, to give one more little bit of depth to your tree, you can do this cool little trick. Right? If you take a small little touch of whatever, say it's brown, say it's white, say it's whatever. And come over here and we're going to touch just a little bit into our trees. Right? Give them just a little bit of a trunk in there that you can see, right? Doesn't have to be everywhere. And we're going to end up covering over a lot of it with our highlights, but whatever we don't cover, that's what we get right there. Now we're going to get a little of our liquid white into our titanium white. Right over here. Oh, this scene, you guys, I love it. It's a recreation of an old scene, except the tree over here is like our updated, much bigger, crazier tree than the old ones, right? Now, the liquid white, again, helps the titanium white become a lot thinner in its consistency, so it will pop off of its brush, attach itself onto that plaque, work itself down, right? Not everywhere is going to catch the light. This guy is going to be a lot brighter. Now, we just went through half of that tree, and our brush was already too dark to be adding any more. So you may not get a whole tree's worth by the time that you run out, right? You can always go back, wipe off the brush, back into your liquid white, back into your titanium white, just to help it come off the brush a little easier. I always say start up a little bit higher too, because that paint's going to be so bright, right? Come down here, little smacks, little taps, places. We can cross over our shadows, right? Instantly starts to make it look a little bit more 3D, guys. Don't you think? I know. Just like that. Oh, isn't that cool? Just tricks your brain. 3 colors. The black, or the plaque color, blue, white, tree. Bam! Fabulous. Just fabutastic, guys. So, Holly Adams, where are you at, girl? What do you think so far of your wicked cool little painting? You got a beaut. How many different brushes do you use for these paintings? So let me grab every brush that's been dirty on my table so far. And I can hold them all in one hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brushes plus a palette knife so far, right? I tried to use limited tools and limited colors to show you guys that you don't need every color in the book. You don't need every brush in every set, right? You can get by with just a little, just a few things, right? So literally, all we've done, we had one brush to make our tree trunks, right? This brush made all of our clouds, made our river, and made everything. Same size brush, one just dark, one light. Okay. Then we had our small little guy, which made our stars in the sky and creates our little taps on our trunk, right? So same thing, all we're doing, making the tree with the bigger sized one, highlighting it with the smaller sized one. Back and forth, back and forth. I always try to do stuff that's not too difficult for you guys to try and with limited tools and colors so you guys can do it. You can literally go to the store, get 5 or 6 colors, come do a Paint with Josh painting. You know what I mean? That's what we're about, guys. Literally. Now, let's get a different brush. We do have to get 2 more brushes out. We do need 2 more brushes. Luckily for you, they come in the Paint with Josh brush set, which is coming out very soon. Luckily for you guys. So, let's get this monster. We're going to need to make up some more of our plaque mix. Right? We have to put something that this tree is growing out of to hide our water and put something at the base of these guys. Now, what are the 3 colors that we mix up in order to make Paint with Josh plaque? The deepest and darkest of all deep dark colors. Out here in the night. You guys tell me in the comments. What do you think the 3 colors are? If you're unsure, check the comments, because there's lots of people that know, and they're going to be telling you. Look at the size of the pile, though, and that's probably not even enough. Look at that. That's an immense pile of thick oil paint, right? Just crazy. Now we gotta get our brush. You can either use the Bob Ross brush, right? The little round bush brush that he's got. The Paint with Josh bush brush is gonna be exactly, not exactly, but very similar, right? Mine's gonna be black and gold. They're gonna be fantastic. Little bushy brush or a round makeup brush, whatever, dude. We're gonna go right here. How many people we got watching? Right into here for all of you guys, right up close into the pile of paint. Right up into the goodness. You can even hear it going. Oh, it's foul. Come off of this guy with all that crazy thick paint, right? Dropping it down. That way we can see all of that texturous stuff, okay? Before we get too far, let's add a little bit of mist down at the base of our little waterfall. Just by adding a little crazy little bit of cloud is all it is. A little touch of paint onto there, and then we'll go back with our 1-inch brush, mix it up, soften it down, just like we have our clouds in the sky. Right? Soft, 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 soft. Boom, boom, boom. Now underneath our little guy, we'll go back with one more touch of bright. Right back in here. Drop down our whole little bit of water. Whatever it wants to do, it can do. Take our brush, push it over. Hey, just like that, guys. Very simple little things. Hello, we just got another order. What? What are you guys doing? What is going on? Hang on. Now I gotta check my phone. We're gonna have to do 2 light parties. Count them, a double light party, guys. Todd, you sneaker. You little sneaker toddles. All right, I like that. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy, man. Okay, now let's get back into this paint. Look at that. still, even though we mushed into that pile, look at the amount of like depth it's got in there. All right, we're gonna go back and get more. Now I want more. We're gonna dangle off over into that misty section, right? It helps push the mist back, brings our little tree thing closer to us, that's all. Back into our thick, crazy paint. Over here, you can hear how goopy it is. Off the edge, down into the mist. Oh, the more you dangle, like we're hitting the brush. You see how the brush kind of bends like that? And then it will hit differently way down here because it's coming off of the bristles differently. Wow, it's just fire. I love this brush. Fabulous, right? Another little bunch of bush at the bottom of our tree. Now we've got to wash this brush off and thoroughly wash it off, guys. That Paint with Josh bush brush will hold a ton, just a metric ton of paint. Okay, so be careful. Now remember, since Holly got this, she gets to choose the title. So you guys start coming up with a name, right? We don't have many more details in here for this beaut. So you start coming up with a title for it. And then, boop, Holly gets to pick the title and tell me what we're going to title my painting that she bought. That's how it goes at the Paint with Josh shows. So while I'm cleaning off all these brushes for the rest of the week, you guys won't see me again until Thursday. So you better stock up now. Over here and over there, guys. Todd got a really cool painting too. Classic one. I know he's been looking at it for a while. He's been waiting for the proper time. And maybe I know what he wants for his free gift. Just maybe. Alright, we got 3 more brushes to clean, guys. Only takes about 10 seconds each. So start typing your titles into the comments, and then Holly's going to give us a title selection. She's going to choose. Maybe she's going to choose her own, right? She could choose one of yours. But she's not if you don't type it in the comments. So type out a title. What do you think it should be? And then let's get crazy, guys. Boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Boomski-boomskis. Alright, this guy's all done and cleaned up. That guy's all done and cleaned up. This brush is clean enough. Perfect. Let's go throw the old famdamly in here. And then, what have we got on this guy? Just a couple little bits onto his little. Some of those guys aren't big enough to catch all that snow, right? But we can highlight a few of them. Bang. Not every little guy. Whoop. Not every little guy gets one. Just some. Very cool. Okay, let's go. Let's go throw the bird family up here. Zippity doo. Lots of branches in there, Josh. Let's go like this. Go caw-caw, flying through the night. Oh, I like it. Okay, let's throw some highlights on these beautiful little busheries. Then we'll be all set. So, into the oval brush. We're gonna go into our blue first, right? To match our highlights on our tree. Into that shadowy bluey bit. Come down off of our bluey side, right? Which is the back side. So we dump just a couple little areas down there. Not trying to cover every bit of all things. And remember, this guy was in the shadow of his little tree friend. So he can be pretty blue. Come off of this side, dabbing on. Remember, we gotta go back a little bit more. Get some more in there, drop it down. Not trying to cover every bit, right? Just dabbing on a couple little things in the night. We don't want to cover every place. Not all places have to be covered. You want to have that deep darkness for our Paint with Josh plaque to reside. Now we're going to take the same brush. We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it with white. Move our liquid white into our titanium white. Dabbing it up into here. Now, as we're touching it, we're going to rotate the brush, right? So it's like boop, 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 boop. That way it's not all the same shape all over, right? Turn it down, rotate it over here. We don't want the light to go too far, right? So we're just catching a couple out here on the edge. here in the brightness of the night. Okay, same thing, back into that liquid white, titanium white mixture. Off of this little guy, softest touch. Don't need everything to be so bright. Right, couple little things, leading down and down and down. Very cool, guys. Very cool, if you ask me. Now we just gotta sign it with the old Herbie Hancock, and we'll be all done. So, Holly, how is it? How does it hang in Hollyland? It's possibly inappropriate. How does it hang in Hollyland over there? All right, let's do this guy. Where are we gonna put the old JK, guys? We'll put it down here. Zippity-doo-dah, right down into the shadows. Fabulous. Fabulous. So, Holly, you've got to come up with a title out of all the tittle suggestions. And hit us with your favorite tittle. And then we shall tittle the painting, whichever tittle you have chosen. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Wipe off all this mess down here. Oh, it's crazy thick. All of this paint is everywhere. You guys, have you had a fun Monday? Did you have a bad Monday? Is that why you wanted Paint with Josh to come and paint for you again? That's okay. Every so often we have bad Mondays and we get bad days too, right? Everybody's allowed to have a bad day, especially kids. You forget about that. Everyone's like, oh, come on, be on your best behavior. And kids are okay, allowed to be depressed and have a bad day too, dude. It's fine. Just like me. It's fine. Okay. So, let me flip you guys around. We'll see what we got for a title. Gonna go with the Aries name, Wish Upon the Falls. I like that, guys. We're gonna spin you around real quickly. Boom, look at this thing. Oh, it's pinky purpley goodness. My, oh my. All right, what do we call it? Wish Upon a Star, copy. That's it, guys. Just kidding. I'm only joking with you. There we go. Zippity-doo-dah right there. Woo, baby. So, I gotta go get Todd's painting from hanging off the wall. This one's 1520 Deuce. Pretty sure. And we're calling it Wish Upon a Star. Copy that. Right? Is it? Yeah, Wish. That's what it was. Wish upon the falls. I knew what it was the whole time. 10/13 of 2023, we're all going to go to PaintWithJosh.com because beyond TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and all the biggies, PaintWithJosh.com is right there too, guys. Right there, in my dreams anyway, in my dreams. Take this guy back here. That's a beauty. Whoo, baby. It's funny. You're expecting more details in the sky, southern skies, Paula? Well, all depends on what we're going to do in the foreground, right? If we're going to put big stuff up here with lots of crazy thick paint, you want the sky in the background to be as soft and as demure as possible, so this stuff stands out, right? If you have too many details far away, your details in the foreground don't stand out. Think about that. Let's see. Dreams upon the stars. I agree. So, Holly came out amazing. And we got to do you up a light party real quick, and then we'll go get the big old spinny winny wheel, right? So, boom. I'm going to give you a flash warning right now. No, it's not me. You wish. But the screen's going to go crazy. We're going to flash a bunch of lights and do all sorts of partying in here. So if you're sensitive to light, turn your phone away. For about 15 to 30 seconds, I'll audibly tell you it's okay to look back. When we do look back, let me get my techno song ready, because I have a brand new techno bop from Paint with Josh. Oh, here it is. I got to wait for the bass to drop, though, and then we're going to hit the lights. Okay? Oh, shit, that was it. All right, you guys get ready. Flash warning coming. Oh, yeah, here it comes. You ready? And the beat drops now. Yeah, baby. Oh, I love it. The light party is now concluded. Tell me when that bass drops. It's like, and light party! Boom! Guys, it's fabulous. Oh, I love it. Came out amazing. Holly, I hope you dig this one. Now, it'll seize you. I did give you a warning, so your fault for not watching my show prior and just swiping in. We did give a flash warning. So there. Okay, I'm going to go get Todd's painting, and we're going to do another light party. I'm pretty sure Todd grabbed this one. Pretty positive. Is this the one you got, Todd? I didn't even really look. I just know that you like... Oh, they said thank you. Sorry. My bad. My bad for... Just my bad. My bad. It was this one. Okay, cool. All right, let's get over here. Over there. So, going to give you another flash warning if you're sensitive to light photo flashiness. This painting is about to go wild. And we're going to drop the beat again on the song. So, about 10 to 20 seconds of insane beats and insane lights for your viewing pleasure as soon as the bass drops. Ready? I gotta figure out what time it is. There it is. So it's at 39 seconds. We're going to go back 5 seconds. Ready? And your light party begins in 5, 4. Yeah, baby. Hey! Alright, guys, the light party is now concluded. All lights and all sounds have returned to normal. Now, Todd, since you're a mod, and you would totally understand why we don't feature your painting, why we feature this painting that the person got during the live show, we're going to put this guy back in. Gorgeous, you guys. It's fabulous. Hey-oh! Man, we had a good day today. So, you guys are amazing. What a perfect way to end my week. It's my Friday. Today, I get the next 2 days off while your sorry butts have to go to work. But it's fine, because while you're off on the weekends, I have to work all day and night for you guys. So, it's a trade-off that we do.